I'm very pleased to be joined with here today on Primetime Local News with Canadian country artist Meghan Patrick. We're talking about the release of your new album called Heart on My Glass. First off, congratulations on the release of the album, and just share with us what this album means to you.
You know, I've been telling everybody I feel like this is the most me record I've ever made. And I think, one of the silver linings of the pandemic and being forced to come off the road and really slow down, I had a lot of time just for self-reflection and, just to really kind of dig deep. And also I had a lot more time to be creative and focus on the songwriting aspect of things. And, because normally when I'm making a record, I'm like coming off the road, I've got X amount of time to write the songs, get them recorded, and get right back out on the road. Whereas, over this past year, I had so much more time. I didn't have any deadlines. I wasn't like chasing, trying to write a specific song because that was the one thing missing from the record I was trying to make. I was just kind of going in and writing every day, over Zoom or whatever, and just writing whatever felt like I needed to write that day. And I also wanted to start bringing in, I had realized that, I had gotten so worried about like fitting into this box that I felt everybody else had made for me, in terms of what my sound is and who I am and what they expected from me. And I realized that, as much as I am country and country is a big part of me as a musician, there were a lot of other influences that made me who I am over the years, just from different genres. I mean, if you look at my record wall back here, you can see what I'm talking about. I grew up on a lot of Southern rock and classic rock, blues and soul. And, I played in a bluegrass band. I played in a funk band over the years. So I really wanted to start bringing in a little bit more of those influences to the country sound on this record. And I feel like we were able to really just make it a more all-encompassing sort of snapshot of me as an artist.
When you listened to the whole album, was there one track in particular that stood out to you that you felt a real deep, intimate connection with?
I mean, God, I really love all of the songs, but I would say probably the one that stands out the most for me in that sense is Better Story. I mean, it is a true story. And I think something that a lot of other people have experienced too, dating someone who's really toxic and then you guys break up and it's like on some level they know they treated you badly, but they're worried that you're going to tell other people, so it's like they got to get the jump on you and be like, well, she's crazy, so don't listen to anything she says. And that was one of the ones too, like stylistically we brought in this sort of more blues gospel kind of feel to it. I wanted to have big BGVs on it. My friend Kristen Rogers did a lot of those harmonies and everything on the record, and I think it just really elevated the song. And just musically and lyrically, I think it's one of my favorite songs I've ever written.
During that COVID lockdown a year ago when we were all in an isolated state, what's one thing that you learned about yourself as an artist as well as a person?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, to be totally honest, I mean, when everything first started, when the pandemic first hit, we had that first lockdown, I was really depressed and I was anxious and I was bitter and angry. And I just felt really, really frustrated. And it put me to the test. It put my faith to the test. It put my relationship to the test. Like everything I just felt so like unanchored for the first time. Like I didn't know what to do with myself just on a daily basis. It was just like wake up and it's like, well, is this just another day in sweatpants on the couch watching Netflix, or like what am I going to do with myself? And it was like also this constant pressure to feel like I needed to do something useful with my time every day. And it kind of just felt like I was spinning my wheels a lot of the time. But I told myself when it happened that I was going to make a point. I was going to use the time to try and work on things I hadn't had time for in the past. I was going to spend more time playing guitar. I was going to spend more time writing songs. And also, for Mitchell and I, we had to figure out how to be a couple together all the time because our whole relationship was built around us being on the road and being gone and being busy. And so it was kind of like a level up for us. It was like a whole new phase in our relationship trying to figure that out. But I would say all in all, as painful as it was at times and as challenging as it was, I think my relationship came out stronger. My sense of self and my goals came out stronger. So I think it was mostly a positive.
Now, during COVID, I know a lot of artists got a chance to do some stuff with their fans, like some live streams. I know James Barker Band, when I spoke with them, they were really excited about continuing to do that. For you, you got your Goes Good with Beer live stream. Is that something that you want to keep doing going forward?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think, eventually, hopefully, we'll start getting enough normal shows back where I just won't even have time. But for right now, especially for my Canadian fans, being down here and everything still being pretty shut down in Canada, I really want to make sure that they don't feel left out and I'm still getting to have that connection with them and hang out with them. And I think it's been really cool too because it's given me this like regular opportunity to like play new songs for them. Like I've gone on lives and been like, hey, I wrote this song today, what do you guys think? And that's been something kind of cool that we've not had in the past, and so that was something that the pandemic sort of forced, that was a positive, I think.
And lastly, Megan, is there any update on when you're going to be coming back up to Canada to do some shows for us?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of over here waiting for the green light that things are going to open back up and we're allowed to play shows again. I've been hearing, I think some of the restrictions are starting to lift a little bit depending on the area. So, I mean, yeah, the second I'm allowed to get back up there and play shows, I will be there. I miss the fans, I miss Canada. So hopefully soon.
Megan, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate your time. Megan's new album, Heart on My Glass, is out now on all major music platforms to have a listen or to purchase. Megan, thanks a lot and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.